Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news. But first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Signing players to the roster who perform well on defense is one of executive Rob Pelinka's goals. Who would that player be? Simple and practical. Jordan Goodwin could be the answer for the Lakers. Some Lakers players are still at risk of being released to make way for new players. Jordan Goodwin could sign a 2-year contract with the Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers have already added Alex Len of the buyout market to their roster, but could continue making full-time roster acquisitions. The Los Angeles Lakers waived Christian Wood to facilitate the signing of former Sacramento Kings center Alex Len. Len was available on the market after being waived by the Washington Wizards, initially signing a deal with the Indiana Pacers before that fell through and he joined the Lakers. With Len on the roster, the Lakers will hope they have enough center play across their roster to make it through this season. Now, they have to look to put the finishing touches on a roster that's gone 9-1 in their last 10 games and officially welcomed Luka Doncic to the roster after he made his debut. The Lakers will have to waive another player to create a roster spot. This likely will be Cam Reddish, who returned to the franchise after the Mark Williams trade was rescinded. But who could the Lakers target as their final roster signing of the season? Let's look at the 3 best candidates right now. Jordan Goodwin. Jordan Goodwin is already on the Lakers roster, signing a 2-way contract with the franchise to provide backup guard play. He has shined in limited minutes with the Lakers, averaging 13.5 points and 6.0 rebounds in 2 games off the bench. He's an active defender who's showing his expanding offensive range in the limited minutes he's gotten this season. The Lakers have few guards on their roster, with 2 of them being starters Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. Gabe Vincent is the only guard off the bench who can be relied upon for minutes, although he's been offensively inconsistent all year. Shake Milton can't be relied upon for a contending franchise, while Dalton Knecht is technically a guard but isn't an on-ball asset. Goodwin would fit nicely into the Lakers' rotation of guards, potentially even being a more productive option than Vincent. He's 6 feet 6 inches and a defensive ace, so if his jumper is reliable, there's no reason for the Lakers to not convert his 2-way into a full-time deal closer to the end of the season for apron reasons. Markelle Fultz. If the Lakers aren't satisfied with Goodwin as their final roster spot acquisition, they could look elsewhere around the guard market for an answer. Markelle Fultz has been a free agent all season and will be chomping at the bit to prove to the NBA he can still be a productive player. He averaged 7.8 points, 3.2 rebounds, and 2.8 assists last season with the Orlando Magic. Fultz isn't a great shooter, which is probably why he's been on the market for the entire season. However, he is a capable playmaker and backup ball handler with great defensive instincts. The Lakers could use an option like him off the bench as a replacement for Luka, providing playmaking and defense in spades. The offensive production might be questionable, but Fultz can score in a number of ways. His talent and versatility have been severely underrated because of his shooting struggles. If he gets another chance, he will likely be a productive player. If the Lakers want to alter their ceiling, they would take a low-risk chance on someone like Fultz. Marcus Morris Sr. Let's reunite the twins. Marcus Morris Sr. has been a free agent all season after spending the last 13 seasons in the NBA. A gap year for the 35-year-old forward might lead to the end of his NBA playing hopes, but the Lakers could offer him a life raft into a final shot at extending his NBA career. Marcus Morris averaged 6.4 points and 2.7 rebounds last season with the Cleveland Cavaliers, looking like he's past his best self. However, he does have a lot to provide as a 3-and-D forward or small ball center. He's still an aggressive defender who can stretch the floor, making him a potential option for the Lakers' frontcourt to reduce the load on their primary rotation. Morris likely won't impact their winning hopes as much as the first 2 options, but would be a great addition. He adds toughness to the bench and is a notorious career rival of Doncic, giving the guard a lot of motivation even in training. Marcus and Markieff Morris being teammates would be a nice story as well, but Marcus might still be more playable than his twin brother. It just depends on the right opportunity. Why the Lakers signed Alex Len, and what it says about their front court. The Lakers' recent decision to bring in Alex Len and waive Christian Wood was less about making headlines and more about survival. With Anthony Davis gone and the failed Mark Williams trade leaving them scrambling, the front office needed a body in the paint, fast. Len might not be a flashy addition, but right now, LA doesn't have the luxury of being picky. The Lakers' desperate need for a center. When the Lakers traded Davis, replacing his presence in the paint became priority number one. The plan? Mark Williams, but after Williams failed his physical, that plan imploded, leaving Jackson Hayes as the only true center on the roster. That wasn't going to cut it. Len isn't a game changer, but he fills a role. At 7 feet tall, he's a physical, experienced rim protector, exactly what the Lakers are lacking right now. His job is simple: defend, rebound, set screens, and hold his own for 10 to 15 minutes a night. Why Christian Wood had to go? Waiving Christian Wood was a bigger statement than signing Len. Wood's talent has never been in question. He's a floor-spacing big who can score at all three levels. But talent only matters if it fits the system, and right now, Wood wasn't what the Lakers needed. Defense and physicality have always been the biggest knocks on Wood's game, and his lingering knee injury didn't help his case. With LA in win-now mode, they couldn't afford to wait for him to get healthy. What Len brings to the Lakers? No one's expecting Alex Len to be a star, but his role is clear. He sets screens for Luka Doncic and LeBron James, protects the rim, crashes the glass, and gives Hayes a breather. He won't demand touches or clog up the offense. He knows his job and plays within his limits. The bottom line. This isn't a long-term solution, but it's damage control. The Lakers needed size, defense, and rebounding, and Len gives them that, at least in short bursts. Whether he can hold things down in the front court remains to be seen, but for now, LA is just trying to stay afloat while they search for a real fix. Draymond Green warns LA Lakers' decision could really derail promising rookie's NBA career. The Los Angeles Lakers tried, and failed, to trade Dalton Knecht to the Charlotte Hornets. The Los Angeles Lakers had one of the busier and more dramatic trade deadlines of any team around the league this season. Less than a week before the formal deadline, they traded Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a single first-round pick to the Dallas Mavericks for Luka Doncic and a cast of bench players. Later that week, they traded rookie Dalton Knecht and more draft capital to the Charlotte Hornets for center Mark Williams, but the big man failed his physical and the trade was rescinded. Now, Knecht is back in Hollywood but feels betrayed by the Lakers, who made it very clear that he is not a key part of their long-term plans. Knecht's confidence is shattered, predicts Green. Knecht has had a promising rookie season so far. The college sharpshooter has continued his success, averaging 9.4 points per game for the purple and gold while making a solid 35.8% of his three-point shots, which is slightly above league average. Weeks into his NBA career, fans expected him to be a centerpiece of the Lakers long after LeBron James retires, but after the Lakers attempted to trade him, it's very clear that he was expendable. He has not played since February 4 and is expected to remain out for personal reasons as he grapples with the business realities of the league. Going through something like this can really derail his career, outlined Draymond Green on his podcast. It could do that because it could kill his confidence. When you lose confidence in this league, you don't get it back. So, this could really derail Dalton Knecht's career. Mark Williams is one thing, but Dalton Knecht? They were just like, go over there, bro. There were reports that the Mavericks wanted Knecht in the trade for Doncic, but the Lakers took him off the table, although the fact that he was involved at all might not help his relationship with his current team. Apparently, he was going to be in the AD trade, so they were kind of just off him anyway from what it sounded like, and now he's gotta go back there. Green continued. Knecht has very clear next steps. With James and Doncic both in the lineup, Knecht, an off-ball shooter, will have plenty of chances to improve and showcase his skill set. The Lakers have made it clear that they don't see him as a long-term piece, so Knecht could, and some say should, be open about his desire to play for a team that values him. He will have ample opportunity to prove just how valuable he can be. He's going to be wide open with Luka over there, added Baron Davis. Make a name for yourself, take advantage of the opportunity. If you're going to hoop, but now you know you're a disposable piece for the Lakers and you have to look out for yourself. Still on his rookie contract, Connect doesn't have the leverage to get traded to a team of his choice, and the Lakers can retain him in restricted free agency in 4 years, so there is plenty of time for both sides to work on repairing the recently damaged relationship. Former NBA All-Star offers Bronny James suggestion for LA Lakers. Until then, Bronny James wasn't expected to be on the same level as his father, but if the Lakers develop him well, he could turn into a solid NBA player if all goes well. When the Los Angeles Lakers drafted Bronny James 55th overall in the 2024 NBA draft, it was immediately clear that the move was done just to appease his father, LeBron. Bronny had enough talent to play Division I basketball in college, but his NBA viability has long been called into question. Still, after suffering a cardiac arrest in 2023, the younger James has bounced back and is a high-level G League player, and is finding some degree of NBA success is not out of the realm of possibility. One former All-Star outlined how the Lakers can get the most out of Bronny. The Lakers need to avoid the James family circus. Whenever Bronny plays alongside his father, regardless of the outcome, NBA media gets swept up in a frenzy surrounding one of the more unique stories in sports. However, in his 16 appearances, he is averaging only 4 minutes and isn't exactly in the best spot to develop in Los Angeles. However, on the G League South Bay Lakers, Bronny is shining and showing improvement. In 5 regular season games, he is averaging 22.6 points, 5.4 rebounds, 4.4 assists, and 2.2 steals. He is also shooting 39% from three-point range. He's playing 40 minutes a night, said Kenyon Martin on the Gills Arena podcast about Bronny's success in the G League. Take all the shots you want to take, Bronny, there's no restrictions. This is what he would have been doing in college, it would have been the same, so let him do that right now. Bring him up for the playoffs. James is averaging only 33 minutes, not 40, but Martin makes a fair point. In South Bay, he gets all the touches he could possibly want and is put in a position to succeed. Bronny's situation is unique. A lot of second-round picks fall to the wayside when they go to the G League, but Bronny's last name gives him a unique chance to stay on the radar even when he isn't playing NBA games. He is not signed to a standard contract, so he can be a factor in the playoffs if the Lakers need him, but Martin thinks he should spend as much time as possible in the G League. G League season is shorter than the NBA season, so when his season is over, bring him up, but until then, let him stay, Martin continued. There's a plan. It's a graveyard for a lot of them dudes when the team doesn't have a plan, but he has an NBA contract, he doesn't have a two-way contract, he's not going to get lost. James does have the physical tools and size to be a legitimate NBA player, especially on the defensive side of the ball. He has a high basketball IQ and good passing instincts, but his shot, especially against larger defenders, needs some work. He is also incredibly turnover-prone, but if the Lakers treat him like a project instead of a sideshow attraction, he could emerge in the rotation next season.